everyone, it's Amy's Epic Stuff for Sale. Hello reselling family and friends. It's Monday. We are on our way to our regular job. We've been working our reselling job all weekend. Comment below and tell me, do you have a hard time stopping working, whether it's in your head or physically? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm going 100 miles an hour and I'm not going anywhere. I feel like I'm getting 100 things done, but there's 200 that I'm never getting to. I'm always constantly trying to get something done. And just doesn't ever seem like enough. Whether it's at work or it's in the resale business, it's just, I don't know. Am I alone out there? Does anybody else feel that way? So of course this is a pre-recorded, so it's not live. But yeah, I mean, just being real, being honest. It can be overwhelming sometimes, just life in general. I work a full-time job, and I have a lot of stuff I have to do at work, and it takes a lot of brain power and stuff, and I'm mentally exhausted when I get home. But yet somehow, some way, I still manage to work on reselling, whether it's listing something or checking comps on something or researching something. I'm constantly working, so it's just, I enjoy it, but there are times that I wish that I could just sometimes do it a little less and find more time to just be, and I have a hard time with that. I used to be a very avid gamer, and even now when I want to do gaming, I have a very hard time going to gaming versus working on listing and research and pictures and everything else there is to do with reselling. So that's kind of tough. But then in the same way, it's rewarding whenever you hear the ching from eBay, or you get a notification from one of the marketplaces that you sell on, and then it makes it worth it. So yeah, I've been selling toys a lot because it is fourth quarter. So I've got a bunch of toys that I've been putting up. I just put up a non-toy, actually. It was I believe it's antique. It is vintage, antique, one or the other. I'm pretty sure it's antique. It's brass. It says Aberdeen Terrier, and it is a door knocker. Very cool. It is patinaed. So that is on my eBay store, and I found it in my death pile this weekend when I was actually looking for a cable for a cord cable, yeah, for a friend. So it made me go looking through the death pile to get to the electrical wires and stuff that I knew I had. I just didn't know exactly where it was at. So yeah, so it kind of made me go through stuff, which is a good thing. I ended up getting rid of some stuff. I ended up listing a couple of items here and there. I ended up moving some stuff. So yeah. But this door knocker looks like it's going to be a pretty good one. So it's got good sales comps. So we'll see how that goes. Something I've never seen before. I believe I picked it up for free. My husband and I stopped one day, and there was I thought it was a yard yard sale, but it turned out that they just had everything on the ground, laying on, you know, blankets and stuff like that, and it was free, take whatever you want. It's like, really? I mean, it's really hard being a reseller and hearing, it's free, take whatever you want. So, in my time of reselling, I have gotten better. Just because it's free, like I've said in some videos before, doesn't mean it's for me. But in this case, I picked up this green bin, and it had a bunch of glasses and stuff in it. And that's really, it was one of those things where I'm like, I kind of want to get, you know, some information and get some research and learn some more about glassware, but I was very nervous about, you know, hacking and different stuff like that. And even still now, I don't do a lot with glassware. There's a lot of value out there in glassware. But, so in this green bin that I got for free, there was probably a good, I don't know, 10 or 12 items on there. Well, the door knocker that I was just referring to should be, give or take, between $30 and $40 profit when it sells. What? Yeah. Imagine that. And I didn't even know that was in there, actually. So the glasses, there are 4 of them that are frosted. They have hydrangeas on them and leaves. And I looked up, and there is a set of 4 glasses and 4 plates that is listed for about $95 plus shipping. And I saw one, I want to say it was a plate or something like that was selling for over $10. And then I saw some glasses that were selling as well. So I'm thinking roughly anywhere from $30 to $40 on profit when the 4 glasses get listed. No, I haven't listed them yet. I did research them, but I didn't get a chance to list them. But yeah, about $30 or $40, give or take, in profit, because again, I didn't pay anything for it. And we know that we get our best deal when we're buying something, not when we're selling it. So you always want to try to buy as low as possible, and that's why we bundle, to try to, you know, get something for a lower price. Because if you buy something for $10 and it's one item versus you buy 2 items for $10, well, now instead of having a $10 in that one item, you actually only have 5. So when it sells, your cost of goods is $5, you know, on that particular item, if that was the situation. So there's those. There are home trends, I believe is the name of it, mugs. They are apparently a pretty good quality mug, and they look like they sell for a set of 2, I want to say. I think it was roughly around $20, $25, if I'm not mistaken. So that should be a pretty good profit. Again, cost of goods is nothing. And then there is, I think there's another cup, but I don't think I've checked that one out yet. So there's no telling what that one's going to be like. So then it's trying to figure out where to put something that is glass until it sells. And that's another one that's a tough one. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I also have a bad tendency of doing research on something, taking the time to do that, or even taking the time to take pictures or something. But then I find 50 million things that I'm doing, and I forget to finish doing what I was starting to do. I bounce a lot. I go from doing this to doing this. It's almost like a squirrel. I'm not sure why, but my brain is going 50 miles an hour, and I am looking at one thing and starting something and then jumping back over and doing this and doing that. I think a lot of it is that a lot of my jobs, even the one I currently have, is a lot of multitasking and doing the bouncing, going from answering the phone to grabbing the fax to checking in a patient, to doing paperwork, to sending off an authorization, to going to the back to tell somebody there's a phone call, I'm constantly in a bounce of doing stuff at my regular job. And I think that tends to kind of fall over into my personal life and also my reselling business, apparently. So I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, if that's something that you guys do, or anybody anybody tells you that you kind of bounce around doing a bunch of different stuff, and then sometimes you end up forgetting about certain stuff that you started because now you're doing 30 other things, and the first 10 things that you were working on is back there, and now you're working on the other 30. So that goes back to what I said before about sometimes I feel like I'm going 100 miles an hour and I'm not going anywhere, or I'm doing 100 things, but yeah, it's 200 things that I haven't got to yet. So yeah, so that's kind of what my thought was. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I'm not at work yet, but I'm gonna listen to my reseller live show that I listen to every morning, and I will talk to you guys later. So have a wonderful day. Bye.